So we all know that Mikel Arteta has a specific type of player, especially when it comes down to centre back and left back. He loves a player that can play both position and has very good technical ability. And this is a player that we're going to be talking about today. Now, similar to Ricardo Calafiori's Urin Timber and Kivior, all these players were predominantly centre backs, but Mikel Arteta converted them and have them playing a different style, a different way, in different position. So this guy looks to be a similar style, similar profile, because he can play. Now, let me just say this off the bat. His name is Mika Mormal, right? And he's not linked with the Arsenal. A matter of fact, he's linked with Tottenham, he's linked with Girona, and he's linked with Real Betis. But one of my lovely subscribers asked me to do analysis on this player, to do a scouting video on this player, and I humbly accept, because if you guys have any player that you want to be scouted as well, just leave it in the comment box below and I'll cover those players as well, because my aim ultimately is to please you guys. So if you've got a player that you want me to cover, even if it's not Arsenal linked or Arsenal related, I'll do a video. I don't mind. I don't have a problem with that, because I love to scout players. And by the way, but what I'll try to do this as a separate video. I will try to do it as an extra video on the channel, and if you guys like it, I will continue. So let me know any player that you want to talk about. I will still continue to do the Arsenal content every day, as well as do bits and pieces of scouting videos on other players that I like. So let me know any player you would like me to discuss. So straight off the bat, we can see that this guy is very good. He's very gifted. He's very quick off the pace. He's very agile, he's very swift. So that plays his trade in Feyenoord over in the Netherlands. And he's a La Masia product. So he comes from the La Masia Academy, Barcelona. So you know that he's going to learn composure. He's going to learn how to deal with the ball in certain situation. And that's a brilliant finish there. So you know that he is developed an all-round player, because you really take a look at all the Barcelona in centre-backs, even Puyol, all of these players, PK, all of these players, they have a certain level of composure on the ball. They don't just rush. But one thing to realize, that he's left-footed. So I don't believe that we would potentially get someone like this. Reason being, because we've got Calafiori and we've got Nkapie. And these two are our main left-footed players on that side. But who knows what's going to happen in the future. But this player looks to be good. Now, he's 25. So he's basically at the peak, or close to the peak of his career right now. So he should be playing very well. And as I said, that he's just came in this season to Feyenoord, coming from Las Palmas. So he's an aggressive player that is very versatile. As I said, he can play a left back and he can also play centre back, left centre back. So as you can see so far, very capable, got very good long balls. That's something I realized as well. His long balls are immaculate. Now, Tottenham are linked with this guy potentially because they got rid of Dragonson. So Tottenham might sign him, so we could potentially see him in the Premier League. We haven't been linked with him yet, but who knows what could happen in the future. But he looks to be a quality player, and he's going to be very cheap. He's going to be dirt cheap. So he's currently valued at 10 million euros. That's so cheap. 10 million euros for a top player like this. As I said, he can play different position. He's aggressive. He's assertive on the ball. He's got composure, which a lot of teams need right now. Teams not looking for rash defenders like back in the past. Teams are looking for more composed defenders, more composed centre-backs. When you take a look at young Salmon coming through, very composed, very young and composed. The way he drops his body and take the ball into his stride is very, very good to see, especially young players showing those kind of level of composure. So this guy now, potentially the sticky thing with him could be that Las Palmas has a sell-on clause, about 50% sell-on clause. So if they were supposed to sell now, Feyenoord's supposed to sell now, it's not going to be a lot of money. Even though they got him for free, there's not going to be a lot of money. So that could be the only problem. Potentially Spurs or Real Betis or Girona's trying to sign him, is the fact that he's got a big sell-on clause. So that might cause problem. And the fact that he came there literally June of this summer, they signed him. No, I can't see anyone signing him because he literally just joined June of this year. But potentially could be a January sale or a next summer sale. But the fact that teams are being linked with him is a good sign for him, because you know that as a player, you love to see being linked with top teams. So even though they're not the Arsenal, even though they're not the Man City, Tottenham is a fairly big club. Real Betis also, and Girona. So it's good to know that as a player, you've been linked with these top players. It shows that you're doing something good. It shows that you're doing something right, and it's only going to make him more confident and only try to be better, hoping for a bigger move and moving on to a bigger club, because that's every player aspiration, to play for the biggest club you can, potentially probably even go back to Barcelona if he's a Barcelona byproduct. That could be his dream. So this is what I'm trying to say, that He's good. Look at the way he plays on the ball. Very comfortable on the ball, not rushed. Look at this drive. And I love the fact that he can drive. He drives from this defensive part of the area. And the way he plays, he reminds me of Xhaka. I don't know why. He has a Xhaka type. Look at this. Look at that shot. That's a cracking shot. Fingertips save. Cracking shot. So he can play both area of the pitch. He just looks very comfortable on the ball. And to be fair, these are players that should be easily going to big clubs. He's so comfortable. He's very good at defending. Now, one thing that may be, one of the things that may be a negative for him is that he's only 5'11". Now, for a centre back to be 5'11", that's not normal. Yes, you might have some. When you take a look on Martinez for Man United, you have some short centre backs, but it's not a normal thing. So that could be one of the only thing that's going bad for him. One of the things that's going bad for him is that the fact that he's only 5'11", and I say only 5'11" because as the centre backs, you know that normally centre backs are tall. And when you take a look at his metrics in the Liga, he has 91% accuracy, passing accuracy, 178 successful tackles. And I'm talking about 2023 to 2024 season, 5 goal involvement, 82% passing, 8 clearances. So he's got a very good stat. But as I said, that he's a very capable player, very capable player. But I doubt he's a player that would do. But that is a player that the Arsenal will sign. But he looks very comfortable in the ball. He looks similar to Calafiori, to be honest. He looks very similar to Ricardo Calafiori. The way Calafiori plays in advanced areas, the way he's comfortable on the ball, the way he's composed. So he looks like a Calafiori type of signing. He would make any team. He will improve any team. I really believe he's a very good player. Defensive work rate is good. Attacking work rate for defender. Look at that ball. Look at that ball just bypass about 3 players just with that pass. Literally bypass 3 players. All in all, looks to be a very good player, but let me know your thoughts in the comment box below. Let me know your thoughts about this particular player. And his name is Mika Marmol. Let me know your thoughts about him in the comment box below. Make sure you like, subscribe and share. Help me on my journey to 10,000 subs. And if you have any player that you would like me to discuss, leave it in the comment box below and I'll sure make a video on that. Big up yourself, guys. Catch you in the next video.